Hey there, Urban Rivals YouTube. This is Mango, and we have some new cards today. This is pretty exciting. We have four new cards as the usual. We've got a Berserk, Jungo, Rescue, and Sentinel. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off real quick with Deson. I think I've decided to change my reviews up a little bit. I mean, I could read all this like I used to, or I could spend more time talking about the actual card itself. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. Instead of reading up there, I'm going to start talk more about it. Okay, first off, this is a common card, which means as soon as like a week, he's going to be down into like the 300s. He's a cheap. He's going to be really cheap. He's going to be a 3-star. And so I think this card is going to be very, very helpful for some of the newer players who can't afford cards like Anita or Buckler. And so that's very, very helpful, especially considering is how many users, how many people, how many noobs use Rescue. And so he'll be very helpful for them. But other than that, a 6 and 3 plus 3 life is not a bad card. There's other cards like it, like Pests, or not Pests, Bloodeth. No, not Bloodeth. There's this one girl in the Piranhas, and she's the exact same card. And so, I mean, it's not like this card's not the first of its kind, but there are also a lot better cards in other clans and this clan as well. There's cards like Pan or Murphy, both much higher power and able to get the same amount of, almost the same amount of damage. Murphy has one less damage. And in the clan, Buckler, Anita, Elvira, there's a whole list of 3-stars. Some people even use Slide, depending on what deck they're running. So it's going to be helpful for the newer players. It's not going to be stable or used very much by any stretch of the imagination. Although when weeks when there are lots of banned 3-stars from Rescue, I mean, he'll come in handy. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Alright, next we are going to have Gene. Gene is a rare card, 2-star, 8-1 SOA. Where do I start with Gene? A couple of things I could say about him. Alright, he's in the Jungo, and they have a lot of good 2-stars. They have Peg, great 2-star DR. They've got Mindy, 10 plus 10 attack, great dead pill. They have also another card. They also have a lot of 2-stars. Let me go look 1 second. What 2-stars are my favorite? They have a lot of 2-stars, and so they're a very versatile deck. They have a couple of really good support cards, which means they're great in mono. And so adding another 2-star is not going to change the dynamic of the clan very much. But this is a 2-star with phenomenal stats. It is a Ashiko. Ashiko is also an 8-1, but a stop plus 3 life. And they have Boris 6 and 2 stock opponent bonus, and they have a lot of good 2-stars in this clan. They have Windy, 7-2 revenge plus 2 damage, great for life gap. Yeah, so they have a lot of 2-stars. So this card's gonna first off have a lot of competition, but it's gonna rise to the top pretty obviously, and it's one really big reason. SOA. It's got 8 power and SOA. This is a ridiculous thing for a 2-star, even though it only has 1 damage. That's sort of made up for like this, the plus 2 life. It'd be like giving an 8 and a 1 plus 2 life to like a Roots. That would be one of the most overpowered 2-stars ever. It's got more power than all the other 2-stars except for Shiko, who's got a stop ability. Gene and Peg are different cards, so you're not going to use them. They're not really going to compete. Windy, and on the other hand, or Mindy, the 7 and 1 plus 10 attack, she probably might get replaced by Jean because he's a much better winning card. Not a good dead pill, not the best of dead pills, but much better winning card. Ah, man, this guy's good. There's really nothing wrong with him at all for a 2-star. He's got spectacular power. 1 damage, but as I said before, the plus 2 life makes up for that, and an 8 and a 3 life gap with SOA. There's really, as I said, there's really nothing wrong with this card. It's going to work well with other 2-stars. It's going to go good with the Jungo. I can't see any reason not to give it out a 10 out of 10. I can't, because this is basically the perfect card, for a perfect 2-star for this clan. So yeah, it's going to be very helpful. I'm going to go to Harvey next. Harvey is a uncommon card. He's a 4-star, 6 and 5, courage, power, and damage plus 2. Now, while Jean is basically a perfect 2-star, I think I'm most excited for Harvey. Of course, he's a parody of Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight Rises here in America. Actually, that other movie came out. 3rd movie came out, saw that recently. It's pretty good. Kind of long, but still, I liked it. Getting sidetracked. Back to Harvey. Harvey Dent, or just Harvey in this game. He is... he's courage. I think I'll start off with he's courage, which is not as big of a deal as you would think. He is courage, and he's in a clan where there aren't very many courage cards. I can't think of any other courage cards in this clan, in fact. So he's not going to ever be competing with them for that. His base stats are 6 and 5. That's his weakest point. He's highly dependent on his ability. And because it's courage, if your opponent has any sort of SOA, it's gonna really suck to draw Harvey. But against no SOA, he's got a very, very good ability. Power and damage plus 2, making him an 8 and a 7. And the Sentinel get yet another 8 and 7 4-star. This is ridiculous. It's unheard of. Kobe and Harvey, both 8 and 7s with their abilities. Now, while Kobe is not courage-based, he is support-based. Harvey is not. You could use Harvey in a split deck. Or you could use Harvey and Kobe, and you'd have 2 8 and 7 4-stars. And then you get Hawk or something. Not Hawk, Havoc. It's ridiculous, the synergy that the Sim will have. They're all just perfect for each other, and they make a great mono deck. He's a great addition, much better than Kamakura, because Kamakura has confidence. I dislike confidence power abilities, and if you've just won one round, you've probably spent a couple of pills, and you may not want a pill, and Kamakura usually needs a couple of pills to win, even though he has 8 power and 8 attack. He needs a couple of pills. So I don't like Kamakura. Harvey is the perfect replacement for him. Harvey has a lot of weaknesses, that's for sure. Any SOA hurts. He's courage based, so your opponent knows exactly when he's coming and could play DR or something. But despite his flaws, he's going to be 8 and 7 4-star, and going to be very helpful in this clan. So I'm going to give him 7 out of 10, just because I'm really looking forward to using him. Alright. Last but not least, we have, if my computer screen will load. Here we are. Hilly Billy. Hilly Billy is a 5-star uncommon for the Zerks. He is a 7 and 5, -5 opponent life, minimum 4. My first reaction to this guy was, wow, he is completely and utterly useless. But I've been looking back over him, and he's not as terrible as I first thought he was. He has a ton of life manipulation, 7 to be exact, plus his already 5 damage, means that he has the ability to take away 12 of your opponent's life points. Unfortunately, he has minimum, so he's not going to be anything like a Kolos. but his minimum is 2 because his ability activates first, and then if you get him down to 4, then this ability activates, it's down to 2. So basically it's a minimum of 2, unless he gets SOB. He might be helpful in Elo, because that's the only place where he's going to get his full life manipulation at 14 life. But I think his main purpose is to be anti-DR, to be able to be hit with a big DR and not give a crap, because he's got extras to spare. Because in Elo he's got a weak 7 power, and there are much better options for 5 stars for the Zergs. Cortez, Lizzie, Taylor. Actually, Taylor, I don't know. But Taylor has SOB, which may help against certain attack manipulation, power manipulation clans. So he's got low attack, low power, which means you're gonna have to pill up a lot on him. But he's a gigantic nuke. I think his main threat to his damage would be SOA, making him a 7 and a 7, one of the less damaging cards. So I don't know. He's really weak to SOA. He's pretty weak to any sort of attack power manipulation because of only 7 power. He's got no support really. He's a gigantic nuke. And against like Roots or something, he may be, or not Roots, Jungo, he may be pretty helpful. But I just don't see him ever being used in any deck, except for maybe Type 2, just as another filler 5-star. I'm gonna give this guy like a 6 out of 10. He might be useful in Survivor Type 2, or not. There's no Type 2 anymore. He might be useful in Extended. He's got a lot of potential, but a lot of that potential is pretty much ruined by his minimum in the fact that he only has 7 power. Alright, now that I've reviewed all those cards, I want to show you guys, or I want to go real quick, review one more card, and it's Bonnie LD. She was released recently, and I did not do a review on her. Here we go. She's got 4 pretty easy missions. I've already got her, so I haven't done anything with her. 70 damage with the Piranhas. That's easy, just play Piranhas. Remove 70 pills from your opponents. It's pretty easy also with the Piranhas, with Dahlia and Hawkins. One cost too many. Win 50 pills is going to be the easiest ever if you have like Scub or something. And then win 40 fights by using at least Piranhas, which might be a little hard, since that's 40 fights, but it's not going to be that much of a deal. I'll go look at the actual card herself because I haven't ever reviewed her, and I'm going to review her real quick. Alright, she's a 2-star, a legendary, of course, no common with her. She's a 7 and 2 defeat plus 2 pills. She's also permanently Elo banned right now. So she kind of loses a whole lot. She's kind of like Gil. She's a great 2-star pill manipulation, but the fact that she's Elo banned means that her one stomping ground that she would really be useful in is taken away from her. So right now, it really doesn't matter if you have her or not, unless she gets unbanned. But I will look at her stats and stuff anyway. She is she's got perfect stats, 7 and 2, couldn't ask for better, and she has a wonderful pill ability. Defeat plus 2 pills. You can no-pill her and gain 2 pills back, which is, I cannot stress how beautiful that is for a Piranha deck. They've got other 2-stars like Hawkins, who gets a pill manipulation ability when he wins. And so what happens is, in a battle, you draw Hawkins and Bonnie, and your opponent has to go first because you have a lot of 2-stars. He's not sure if you're going to dead pill Bonnie or high pill Hawkins. And if he guesses wrong, then you've got a gigantic pill lead, and that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Bonnie LD is the perfect 2-star for the Piranhas, but as I said, unfortunately she's banned, so I think that's really all I have to say about her. She's pretty awesome. She's got a lot of mind game potential. That is it for me, I guess. This is Mango UE signing out.